Disney Dreamlight Valley is one of my favorite games of 2023 and 2022, but this does not mean it is a perfect game. The game came out in September of last year, so we're just about to reach the 1 year of this game being released in early access. So I want to give you my first year of playing the game thoughts, things that I love, things that I hate, and all the stuff in between. If you haven't heard of Disney Dreamlight Valley, it is kind of like a mix of Animal Crossing with Sims and maybe like a sprinkle of Stardew Valley, and then add Disney characters to that. The game is super charming and I absolutely love it, and playing it so far has been a joy, so we're gonna go over it all. Also, I do stream this game a lot, like a lot, on Twitch, so if you guys would like to also come join us over there, the link is down below, and let's get started. First, I want to go over the changes from September 2022 to now. There's a ton of different things that have happened since then, but I am only going to go over some of the major changes and not as many of the small changes that they make each update. Because the game is in early access, they've made a ton of adjustments since the game came out in September. First one on my list is that when the game first started, we were blessed that we could buy an unlimited amount of materials from Kristoff's stall, and it's no longer unlimited now. They've limited all of the supplies per day, except for coal. So you can still buy an unlimited amount of coal, but everything else is capped at a daily max. As you can imagine, making paths and stuff like that was much easier when the game first came out because the supplies you could all buy from Kristoff's stall. So that has definitely made some of the decorating aspects a little bit more challenging. However, I do see why they would do that, so that people have other things to work towards in the game. The premium shop is something they added. This one caused a little bit of a stir, and we're going to go over it more later, but essentially that is what we started using the premium currency for, of moonstones, which you can purchase for real life money, or you could at that time just find them in chests. Now you can also earn extra moonstones through Dreamsnaps. Dreamsnaps was something that they just recently added, which is a voting system where you decorate for these challenges, and based on your placement in the challenge, you earn moonstones, which you can then use on the premium shop or on the star path. This was a new recent addition, and I think it's really changed the game for the premium shop, but we'll also be going over that more later, so I'm not going to get too into it. Bordered paths caused a little bit of a stir because instead of them having an option to use or to add the borders onto your existing paths, you now have to completely remake the paths if you want to add borders. I personally haven't used too many of the bordered paths because of this, but bordered paths is something they added that I felt like it was a big deal. Gliding in the game was something that was added. Now it's a faster way to get around if you don't feel like using the wells or just running from place to place. To glide, you can eat certain types of foods, get your energy in the yellow, and then hold down a button, whatever console you're on, to move around faster. This one was a big one for me. The item limit on certain consoles, so not Switch, but on PC and the newer consoles like PlayStation 5 and Xbox, you can now place 6,000 items instead of 3,000 items, which is really a game changer for people who are on those consoles. And I do think that they want to add it for Switch and stuff soon, but it's really, I don't know if they're going to be able to. There's been a ton of other changes from the beginning of the game to now, so I'm also probably just going to put up a screen of some of the other big ones that I don't really need to talk about too much, but just so you can see all the changes that they've made since the release of early access. But we're going to go into more stuff too. To dive a little bit more into the premium currency in the game, this caused quite a bit of stir when it first came out, because right now everyone playing Disney Dreamlight Valley, unless you have the Xbox Game Pass, we've all paid for the game. We paid for early access to the game. So when they added premium currency and it was so high, there was a lot of people understandably upset. The main issue with the Moonstones in Disney Dreamlight Valley was accessibility. The only option we previously had was to collect 50 moonstones a day from chests. However, saving these up was very challenging and time consuming, and it would take so long just to be able to unlock the star path. And if you wanted something in the premium shop, you'd probably have to buy moonstones. And this game is very aesthetic focused. That's like the main motivator. So it did not seem fair how high the purchase value was and the lack of in-game ways to get moonstones otherwise besides purchasing. Then, this is the game changer for the premium currency. The Dreamsnaps were added, and this fixed the main issue with the premium shops in my mind. Dreamsnaps, in my opinion, is extremely generous with rewarding players, and saving for house skins in the star path has become so much easier. I have like 6,000 I'm sitting on right now, waiting for the Halloween star path. Had they not made this addition, I do think Disney Dreamlight could have been going down the dark path of microtransactions, but for the most part, I mean, the game's gonna have to make money once it's free, so I'm happy with how they're doing it now, and I don't feel like I need to purchase moonstones with real money, but I do feel like if I wanted to, I could to get things quicker. So still allowing players who want to pay, but those who don't can save over time a little bit quicker, and the game can still thrive and make money when it's free. I really do think that they saved themselves with this new process, and I'm very happy with it personally, but let me know what you guys think, because I know the moonstones can bring up a lot of feelings in a lot of people, but I truly do feel like this was a game changer for Disney Dreamlight Valley. With the addition of the premium shop, they also added paid quests. I did do the paid quest because I wanted to see if it was worth it, if you were missing out if you didn't buy the paid quest, but my opinion on it is that it was completely cosmetic. Personally, I don't really like the filler quests anyway, so had it have not been for Wally and his cute little outfit, I probably wouldn't have done it, but I don't think that it affected the overall gameplay at all. And I don't mind if they do this as long as the Dreamsnaps stay, and as long as the paid quests don't affect the overall storyline or gameplay. So that's just my little bit of a tidbit on that. They added paid quests. At first, everyone was hesitant, but I think after going through the quest, you kind of understand that it's just a little extra thing, and it's not as big as the main storyline in Disney Dreamlight Valley. And now we're gonna talk about some of the issues with the game. Some things that are gonna need to be fixed when the game is free to play. And you guys all probably know this one's coming. I luckily haven't had to experience it too much because I play on PC, but the Switch. It has crashing issues on the Switch. If there's ever a glitch, it's going to be happening on the Switch, and they're constantly working to optimize and improve this. So I do have faith that it'll get better, but that's one of the things that so many people have been having issues with, is the constant crashing on Switch consoles, and it also does seem to vary from console to console. So you might be experiencing it, you might not, but usually if you have a Switch, you probably have experienced some type of glitch. I love the updates in Disney Dreamlight Valley. I love them so much, but I do feel like they could improve the longevity of the update in some ways. I feel like towards especially the second month after the update, I'm kind of sitting around waiting for what's to come next. I do think Dreamsnaps has helped this. I come back every week to do my Dreamsnaps now, so adding more things like that to keep people engaged in between updates, after the update hype, I think is going to really be a game changer, and I think they're slowly integrating things for that, but right now you can really feel the slowdown after the update hype. Another one that a lot of people are gonna see, Scrooge's Store, and I know that it's an early access game, so this isn't something I'm very upset about, but I do think it's something that I hope to see improve when the game is free to play. Scrooge's store options are kind of not that good. Like, there's just not a ton of variety in the items you get from Scrooge's store. There's a lot of repeat items, a lot of basic items. I want to see improvement in this when the game is free to play, more themes, more variety, and I'm sure there will be, but right now that is one of my issues with the game, is just the lack of new things in Scrooge's store. I have nothing to look forward to right now. I think I have most of the items I want. Maybe there's one or two I'm missing, but there's not really ever new stuff in his store for me. And I'm sure there's more issues, but those are the main ones on my list right now. I love the game, so a lot of the issues are pretty minor and they are working on them. And now that we've gone over the issues, let's go over some of the things where I think Disney Dreamlight Valley thrives. One of the ones is update hype. The excitement for each update, the new characters, the new story, what's going to come next, they do it so well. They drag us on, and I always get so excited for the update. I've taken days off work for updates in Disney Dreamlight Valley, which I've never done for any other game. They do a really good job of getting people excited for that, and I really hope the hype continues when the game is free to play. Well, maybe we don't, but the secret quest, the one with the potatoes, the potato quest, it was so much fun. I love that they added that. It was something for people who are very passionate about the game and very involved in Disney Dreamlight to get excited for. Each update we were looking forward to what's going to be the new thing uncovered. So the secret quest, if they continue that, I think it's genius. I don't know if anything will ever hit like the golden potato quest did, but the secret quests were so smart and it was so exciting each update. Decorating in this game, I absolutely love. I know a lot of people have a harder time on consoles to decorate, but I do overall love the decorating in this game. I don't know, it kind of is reminiscent of almost like Sims. I love the decorating, and I know there are things that they need to improve with this, but for me, it's definitely a pro, where I think they thrive over other games. The characters in the game obviously are unmatched. Disney with the Disney characters are so great, and every update I get excited for which ones come next. I'm so excited for Belle. I'm so excited for hopefully when Nightmare Before Christmas is added. The characters, I mean, they've got it easy. Disney has so many characters. I get so excited for them. That's a given. I do think the game mechanics are also very good. They're very intuitive. They're very easy, very mindless. I like the game mechanics. I play on PC. I know some people on Switch and consoles. I can't speak for you guys, but on PC, I love the game mechanics, and I find the game very cozy. And lastly, the storyline is so good. I love the story of the game. It's like so reminiscent as an adult and thinking back to your childhood. I love the story and the plot, and if you only play for the updates and the quests, I still think you can get a lot out of this game. But there's so much more, too. But the stories are so good. And let's talk about the question I get asked the most on my live streams. Will the game ever actually be free? Yes, I think. They still haven't given us an exact time frame, but from what I've seen on their website and stuff, there are still plans for the game to be free. I think that it will probably maybe be end of this year. That's my guess, but it could be longer. Games can be in early access for a while, and I'm sure they want to make the game perfect before they fully release it. But I did go back to their frequently asked questions page, and it still says after early access, Disney Dreamlight Valley will be free to play and have purchasable expansion options to enhance your gameplay. I'm hoping those I'm hoping those purchasable expansion items are kind of like what we have now. I'm hoping they don't add too much more of those premium items, but we'll see. But from what I see, they still plan to make it free to play. Maybe we'll get a date soon, maybe we won't, but eventually it should be free. Multiplayer is something else I am so excited for. You guys have no idea how badly I want multiplayer in this game. They haven't given us much. insight into multiplayer. However, I do have some theories. I think that it could overlap with Dreamsnaps somehow. We have a phone in the game. I'm sure there'll be some type of app to add your friends on or something like that. I think maybe it'll work similar to Animal Crossing, where we can visit each other's valleys and hopefully hang out for a little bit, do some tours, stuff like that. Maybe they'll add mini games, but I do think adding multiplayer will be a game changer, especially like what I was saying with the longevity of updates. If we have multiplayer, I'll be so much busier in between updates, so I'm really hoping that's something they add in 2023 this year. But again, we haven't gotten too much about it, except I do think they said more to come in 2023 was multiplayer, so maybe end of 2023. We'll see though. And my final thoughts. Disney Dreamlight Valley still holds its place as my favorite cozy game. However, how it is when it becomes free to play will really determine its longevity for me. The devs are extremely responsive to listening to feedback, and you can tell that they love the game too. So I hope it continues to grow, and I hope it just becomes better when it's free to play. Let me know your thoughts on Disney Dreamlight Valley, and join us on Twitch. We stream weekly. Link will be below, and I will see you guys next time.